Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome. Today I am going to do something a little different because I want to lay down the space, but I purchased a foil bundle from PlannerHannah and it hasn't come yet. So I am going to lay down as much of the base as I can, and then I will come back for like part 2 of lay down the base with the actual foil. So I'm using this kit from PinkPlannerShop called Dragon Rider. I just finished Fourth Wing, which is what this kit is inspired by. And the new book Onyx Storm is coming out this week. And I just wanted to kind of channel this warrior energy this week as well. So I had a different kit on my lineup for this week and I switched it out for this. So at last minute, I ordered the bundle, so that's why it's not here yet. But anyway, so let's get through the art here. This is just a really cool scene. There were lots of extras with this kit that I didn't print because I just didn't want to, but there's a lot more. So like, here are the flags, here are the patterns. I'm really into this pattern. And then of course the dragons. Sorry, I have like a messed up manicure right now. Flags. The deco is really cool. And you got these like extra things. Okay, so I'm gonna get a pixie gold to go with this, but for now, I'm just gonna lay this down and I will come back for part 2.
Hi there, guys. So welcome to another Plan with Me. I was really excited to use this kit this week. I had something completely different planned for this week, and then I was like, you know what? This is the vibe I need going into this week. I needed some bravery, I needed some excitement, and I think it turned out really, really well. Just to warn you, there's a day this week that I did not plan on camera because I had a procedure and I just wanted to keep that part private for now. I think eventually I am going to do like a full length thing about all of this, but for the moment, I'm just going to leave it blank. So I had recently finished Fourth Wing, which was a book that I was really excited about, and I really loved it. I hadn't read a book like this in a long time. I'm not really into the smutty romantasy. I like some fantasy, but it has to be like a very specific kind of fantasy. I don't think that I fall into one specific book genre. In fact, I'm one of those people that reads 3 different kinds of books at once. Probably to my detriment. I think I would finish books a lot faster if I just read one at a time. But my moods change, I don't always want to read the same thing over and over again. And sometimes I need nonfiction. Sometimes I need something that's completely escapist, like this. But I love the way that this art was done. I just thought this scene in particular with the parapet and the flying dragons was just really well done. And I know this art came out a while ago, but Onyx Storm was releasing this week. So I still have not read all of Iron Flame. I started it, and my intention was just to roll right into it after I finished Fourth Wing. But a bunch of things came up, and I just didn't have time to read it yet. So I'm looking forward to being able to go from Iron Flame to Onyx Storm. And if you've read anything, please do not spoil it for me in the comments. I want to enjoy it. But anyway, so when I decided to make the switch to this kit, and that script is from Carly Plans, I thought, okay, I don't have a ton of foil to go with this, but it's still going to look great. And then PlannerHannah did a sale for foil bundles. Actually, she did it though. I actually purchased this during her underlay sale. And if I had just waited a week, I would have gotten the foil bundle on sale as well. But that's okay. So I decided to just embrace it and go full on with this. So in a minute, you're going to see me lay down the foil part of this kit, which I got a few days after I laid down this space. But anyway, this was kind of a crazy week, and I just wanted something very different from what I had planned the week before. So I was going to do Frosty Treehouse this week and I moved it to actually February. So this was the bundle I got. I got it in Pixie Gold, which is a really fun foil to use because it's a little bit more iridescent than regular gold. And I got the dragon bundle, which came with dragon scales and these cute little dragons on the bottom. So you can see I had a lot of fun laying those down. I wasn't crazy about some of the patterns that came with this kit, so when they disappeared under the dragon scales, I wasn't upset about it. Um, so these are the black, solid black foil underlays, and then I put a second layer on top of that, and it just looked fantastic. Solid underlays, I think, are becoming my new favorite thing, especially because most underlays are they they lay flat. They're not really meant to be the bigger part of the design. But this looked so good, and I'm glad that I chose gold for this. I think silver also would have worked, especially with all the browns, but I thought the gold was a little more fun. So anyway, now I'm just laying on the itty bitty dragon scale headers, which completely make all of the color blocking disappear. This happens a lot when the design is really fine like this, um, and that's okay. Doesn't bother me at all. But at this point, I did not have undo, so the fact that I was able to take that layer off is kind of shocking. But anyway, so this turned out to be a really strange week in the life of me because it was actually really, really cold in North Carolina. And so we had some unexpected weather that changed the way my week looked. So Monday was a holiday. It was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we had the day off. Tuesday, I took the day off for my procedure. And then you'll see what happens when I get to the day by day. But on Wednesday, I had an unexpected day off. So I had like 3 days in a row off where I wasn't working directly with students. And it really threw me. For the rest of the week, I had trouble figuring out what day it was. It almost felt like COVID times when, because we're not going anywhere or doing anything on specific dates, you sort of lost track of time. Um, but yeah, this was kind of wild. If you want to see another really great laydown using this art, C_loves planning did a beautiful job with this. She clearly loved the book because she had special quotes made from the book that went on top of different characters. She opted for lightning as the underlay with a dark background, and that also looked really, really cool. I considered copying her style completely for this, but when I saw the dragon bundle, I was like, this is easier because everything is already together and made, so I'm just going to do that instead. So this is what I ended up doing. But if you want to see another version of this that looked really cool, definitely check that out. I just put a couple of the extra corners into the ones that I did not have overlays for because the bundles only come with, I think it's 8 overlays. So you're never going to have enough for all if you're doing a full art sidebar. So anyway, now we're, I think, about to get into the day by day. I'm not sure what else I'm going to be layering in here. I think I'm adding, oh, I'm adding the whole reinforcers. So far, I've not had any rips, which is really good. For the kits that I don't have hole reinforcers for, I've been sort of going through my stash and trying to find. Unfortunately, I think I threw a lot of those rings away over the years because I just didn't have that kind of a planner, and that it was usually the only thing left in the kit. I added an extra little gold dragon in the sky. I thought that was kind of cute. So anyway, now we're going to get into the day by day. Sorry, you were cut off. Just added a little bit more gold and gold touches. So let's see. Oh, I think I zoom out to do the full, so you can see the full thing before I put anything else on it. It's a pretty fantastic base. All right, so let's get into the day by day. The first thing I marked was that I had the day off because it was Martin Luther King Day, and I used anything Pixie Gold is going to be from that foil bundle. So I had marked that it was the day off, and I used the little heart icon for that. That was pretty easy to do. Then I just marked that I did some planning. I filmed a couple of different videos this day, and I did have a therapy appointment earlier in the day. Usually I have my therapy appointment after work, but because I didn't have work today, I moved it up to the afternoon. So that is a Once More with Love sticker, and that script is from Carly Plans. The plan cloud is also from Carly Plans. So then I marked that I did some laundry. I just tried to keep this day very chill because I was having my appointment the next day and I was really nervous about it. Um, but I used this little Once More with Love sticker to mark that I was just hanging out with my husband. He was working, but he works from home, so we were able to just hang out together on the couch and watch a little TV while he was working. And that script is a custom from Hannah. It's a little big, but then I marked that I took a shower. That icon is from Stick with the Plan Co. And then I took some medicine, which I did not mark in here. And then I went to bed early, and that script is from Carly Plans. So this is me explaining that I'm just not going to film the 21st on camera. I did actually film it later, so eventually I think I'm going to share it, but right now I'm not going to share it. So Wednesday, I got up, I got ready to go to work. I had everything on, like my scrubs and everything. And I had my phone on Do Not Disturb because I was trying to sleep. And I turned it on, and sure enough, last night, the night before at 9 o'clock, an email went out saying that schools would be closed due to cold weather. I think the temperature was something like 8 degrees, and in that weather, um, if they cannot keep classrooms above a certain temperature, it is not safe for students to be in the building. So we did have a work remote day, which was it worked out well for me because I was still sort of recovering from my procedure, but I felt a little bad because it meant that I wasn't going to see any of my students at one of my schools because I'm only in that school on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So that snow day is from Once More with Love. The Work from Home Bunny is from Teddy Plans, and then the Working with Cat Distractions is from Once More with Love, and the Session Notes is a custom from Hannah. Then I use this Stick with the Plan Co. Icon to mark that I had my ECGC meeting. This was kind of frustrating because this meeting was supposed to happen at 2:30, but everyone was trying to move it up earlier, and there was just one person who couldn't do it. And so we got a flurry of emails about this, and I was kind of annoyed. I was like, guys, let's just chill. Everybody chill out. Um, so we did eventually have the meeting. I watched this SNL documentary that had just come out. There's a bunch of really good SNL documentaries coming out right now, and they're all fantastic. This one was about a capsule episode. But anyway, so on Thursday, we got an announcement that there would be a late start. So this was my first late start with the district, which meant that teachers had to come in at their regular time, but kids weren't coming in until 2 hours later than their usual time. So I actually missed a bunch of students because most of the kids that I see on Thursdays are in the morning. I did do some work, and I did do some speech therapy, but I saw like 2 kids for therapy when I usually see like 10 to 12 on Thursdays. So I was able to do my session notes. That speech therapy script is from Hannah. But it was a very weird day. I ended up going to Target after work to pick up a couple of groceries. I was gonna do a Publix run, but after my procedure, I wasn't really supposed to lift heavy things, but we still needed milk, um, and just a couple of essentials. So I ended up going to Target and just getting a small, very small thing that I could carry on my own. And then I did mark that I had a salad for dinner, and then we watched some TV after work. I think this was probably more of that documentary, that SNL documentary. And then Friday was a scheduled teacher work day. So I literally only saw students one day this week. It was very, very weird. And we had this day scheduled because we had to do progress reports. So progress reports are done every quarter, and we have to type up what everybody is doing for each of their goals. Um, so I actually use this day to do a little bit of professional development. The SLP Summit is a free series that does speech therapy CEUs. And so I did do a little bit of that as well, like while I was working on my progress reports. And of course, I was working on session notes as well as progress reports because I was really behind on my session notes. And um, if you don't have your session notes done, it makes doing the progress reports impossible. So while I had everything documented by hand, I had to enter all of it into the computer, and that's how I do my progress reports. So I was very grateful to have had not only that day, but the previous days to kind of catch up because I was really, really behind. Um, I did end up doing a quick run to Barnes and Noble. I got a new bullet journal, and then I went to the library because I had to pick up a hold, and it was nice. I hadn't been to the library in such a long time. Um, and then I came home and did a binge watch of the show Your Honor, which is on Netflix, and it's really, really good. It's very dark, but it's really good. So on Saturday, I did sleep in. Those bunny slippers are from Scribble Prince Co. And I did mark that I FaceTimed my mom and dad because I hadn't talked to them in a little while. Um, and my aunt was visiting them, so I really just wanted to make sure that everything was going well. I did film a few plan with me's, and so I used those icons from the foil bundle sheet, and then I marked that I had a little lunch with my husband in the middle of the day, which is always nice. I did work on session notes and progress reports on that Saturday. And again, I was able to do the progress reports very, very quickly because I had finished the session notes. So that worked out really well. Yes, sometimes I work on Saturdays and Sundays. Sometimes it happens. I try not to do it whenever I can, but it was the only way I could catch up. So that's what I did. I did get my Plan a Hannah order, which was really exciting. So I used the little envelope to mark that. Frank actually made some shrimp parmesan from scratch, and that was really, really good. So I used a beautiful Mess Plans Co. sticker to mark that. And then we had ourselves a little date night. And I can't, oh, we watched Angels in the Outfield, which is a movie that I haven't seen probably since I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I have to say it holds up. Young Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in it. It's a really good movie about baseball, and it's super cute. So that was kind of fun. And then on Sunday, I marked that I did not sleep well at all. I don't know what it was. I just could not fall asleep. I woke up every other hour. I did finish the book that I was reading this day. I got up and made fresh coffee using my French press, and I love French press coffee. It's the best. It's so much better than Keurig coffee, but Keurig coffee is so much more convenient. Um, so then Then I marked that I did some progress reports. I think I was trying to straighten out a sticker, which you can't see. I'm sorry that that's happening off camera there. Um, but I just marked that I print and cut stickers, and I worked on more progress reports and more evals later in the day. I did more SLP Summit this day. And then I just marked at the end of the day that I was with Frank at night. So overall, it was a pretty strange week for many, many reasons. But um, again, I love how this space came out. I think it's so pretty and I love the sparkle. You can see all of the flags that I had left after I finished this kit. And of course, I do save all of the foil extras. But yeah, pixie gold is the way to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.